What's up, Alex? This is a terrible record. Don't buy it if you see it. Is that the one with DiCaprio? I saw the trailer, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Was it good? I think it's coming to, is it on Netflix soon? I think that's probably where I'll watch it. Yeah, 3.5 hours. I don't know. How did you not fall asleep? Well, it's after midnight here, and I'm finally getting around to listen to some of the records that we all bought last week. Currently playing. Hope it sounds all right. Those that were around 10 minutes ago. This is what was playing. Just listening to the second side of this album.
Car il en est dans notre camp, à la cour et à l'université, qui, s'il le pouvait, ravirait l'esprit et prolongerait la guerre à jamais.
What's up, Big Star? How are you? This is pretty much my big purchase at the WFMU record fair last weekend. an original. Yes, I do love that record. I don't know if he gets talked about as much as the other French guys. Certainly eccentric. A couple other octaviches. This one's good too. These two are originals. This one's not so bad. Maybe more ambient than the other stuff. I really like that cover though. I don't know if I can get rid of the flare. I don't know if I need any other records by him. Maybe that one with like the phallic looking cliff. I don't remember the title of that one. Yeah, the eye of the bird. I don't want to be presumptuous, Alex. Well, I heard Walkovich is sort of a strange bird. I think he's still alive. Yeah, as with most of his albums, this is, sort of like a psychedelic, modern classical, operatic, theatrical nightmare. I don't even know what to make of that cover. Some sort of sci-fi-ish. This might have been conducted or composed for a ballet, I believe. I'm glad he did. I think we got some incredible music out of it. Yeah, so what I'm doing is, it's after midnight here. Actually, 12:30. I had been out, thought I'd come back and maybe play some of the records that I picked up last week. Nothing's cleaned yet. Nothing's re-sleeved. Sort of hearing a lot of these for the first time. Yeah, here's another one, another French artist, big star. You might know this record. Obviously, you would recognize the name. I picked up along with that Walkovich. What I like about the Walkovich records is I don't know if it comes across when you're not listening on headphones, but there's always something going off on the sides. Some sort of electronic sound or some other instrument that is just, almost as if like you're on someone's playing off to the side of the stage. Always something new and interesting that crops up in his records. Yeah, that's for sure. This is only, I think, the second album I have by him. Let me grab the other one. The other Barrett Paul. This was a CD only release until Souffle Continue had reissued it. I do love that description there. It sounds as if Don Cherry had been inspired by Bowie's Berlin era to invent his own no wave. Yeah, shop I would definitely check out. I do love the reissues. I have very many of them. I don't know if you can, if it picks up. There's a lot of like voices that are distorted and sort of playing backwards, almost like a David Lynch character in a movie. Oh, good. You'll give them a listen. Hopefully your turntable's all right. That's what Alex is referring to. And yeah, this is amazing. Simon Fisher Turner. Yeah, that was the limited one with the art print. It's currently playing. It's sort of quiet right now. On L Records. Cherry Red, I think, put out early felt stuff, which this is not really anything like. Wow, that's incredible. I love this album. Yeah, with Christian Burchard, same group. I think they're at their best when they do sort of the ethno stuff. Yeah, same. There's another one I really like by. Let me grab it. You know this one? Yeah, I would check this out as well. Karnataka College of Percussion. Still need that one. And a few others. I do like that cover though. Yeah, sounds good, Alex. Need that one as well. I have reissues, I think, of the first two albums, Embryo albums. Well, reissue. Reissue. Need the original. This live album is pretty good. Schneeball, is that their record label? Or April became Schneeball? I can't remember. And then I think, who's that? No Neck Knee. This one's probably within the last 15 years. And I think there's another embryo somewhere with the newer lineup. And I think Christian Burchard's daughter has taken over. So they're still going. Switch it up over there. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Pascal Pomelat, if I'm pronouncing his last name properly. Most of the East Coast is probably asleep at this point. Approaching 1 a.m. Buffalo, New York. It's in Western New York by Lake Erie, about an hour and a half southeast of Toronto. Yeah, so I get up to Toronto, you know, a decent amount. It's a great international city, but not the best for record shopping. You know this one, Fred? Yeah, of course, as we all are. Yeah, I came from, it's like a DJ night at a local bar. And a lot of it was disco and like Madonna 7 inches and things akin to that. So I needed to get home and listen to some of my stuff. Yeah, not even close. Everyone needs to be sleeping, and I need to have enough energy to want to listen to it. This is the only thing that I played, well, for the house. It was my daughter. She's 2. And it's funny because on the second side, she told me, or she asked me if the music was broken. I thought that was pretty funny. I think that's pretty much where most people stand. Yeah, funnily enough, my girlfriend really loves this album, so do I. Are you familiar with this? It's just like, almost like free jazz with whale sounds. Sort of like even drony noise. So I can get away with some things. Yeah, new age. Somewhat. Just a tad more abrasive than new age. I saw that you had posted your ambient guitar. Do you know this one? I haven't watched your video yet. I'm gonna probably do it tomorrow. Yeah, triggering. Yeah, there's only so much you can get away with, right? There's a couple different albums, and I don't know if they're like volumes that this artist has put out. There's a you're not gonna be able to read it, but there was a nice description written on this. Avant electronic out guitar masterpiece with a side length taint piece. Yeah, if we're waiting for Alex, maybe Sheriff, be my guest. Cool. For those that aren't chiming in, this is what's playing. Pascal Comalade. This is the only jazz album that I picked up last week. I think I have that Comalade piano album. Was that just reissued within the last couple of years? this the piano album? Like the Brian Eno cover I remember from this. It's the only other one I have by him. Yeah, I do love this album. Yeah, Sentimentos might be the name of it. Yeah, that's right. I should keep it out and revisit it. It's been probably a couple of years. Current 93, Menstrual Night. This thing, originally it was a picture disc on United Dairies label, created by Stephen Stapleton, put out Nurse Lagoon stuff. I think the only period I can stomach of Current 93 is this early stuff. Yeah, he is. Have you read this book? Basically goes into the history of, yeah, right? He even precedes him. Coil, Current 93, Nurse Lagoon, history of all those, the origins, musicians that played with them. I learned a lot about like the occult stuff that they're into, things that have no appeal to me. But I do like the music. Stephen Stapleton, you know, comes across as maybe the more well-adjusted or normal out of any member from those groups.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Alex?
Getting pretty tired over there?
Surprisingly not. But I'm looking at my watch, and we're past the 1 a.m. mark. I think after last weekend, my body is still on time.
Yeah, just finally recovering from this cold. It was pretty rough for a couple of days, but
Feeling better though?
yeah, I felt pretty okay today. Just some coughing at night and all that junk.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I wasn't. We probably should have been more concerned about COVID, considering where we were and how many people we were around.
I mean, you're gonna flip through a few thousand records. I mean, unless you're gonna like wash your hands after you flip records every time, I mean, there's just not gonna happen.
No.
But who knows? I mean, yeah, it could have been the airplane. Who knows? I mean, I should have worn a mask on the airplane or whatever. But
well, you're recovering, so that's good.
Yeah.
Have you gotten through most of, or how many records have you so far?
No, and I had like a little bit of I have a decent backlog even from before the show, and I just gotten that the Rome P. Young, so I was listening to that some because I really hadn't spent any time with that. That was right before. But yeah, that was here when I got back.
How's that sounding?
Yeah, it's a beautiful copy, so yeah, really happy with it. And
oh, that's great.
Yeah, I guess this guy. I don't know. Do you know him from Instagram or Facebook or anything? He's Mark Rapp.
He raps with a number after it, or is he?
No, it's Rapp with a RAAP. I think he's probably more on. I'm not on Facebook, but he's probably on some of those groups.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah, he's out of Toronto.
Oh, he's close by.
But yeah, huge jazz collector, and I guess he's kind of going crazy with Blue Note originals. So he's been selling off some big pieces. In fact, he's got a Don Cherry Organic Music Society right now for a decent price, actually, on Discogs.
Oh, no kidding. Do you already have that one?
That one I got a few years back, thankfully, but.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if you saw, but Big Star was telling him that I was out at the bar that I DJ at, or I'm going to be DJing at. And they had a DJ tonight playing like disco and 87 inches. A lot of it was Madonna. That's kind of driving me nuts. So I had the urge to come back home and play some of this stuff.
You've DJ'd there before, right?
Yeah, I've done it over a few times over the past couple of years, even pre-COVID. So it's always, you never know where you're going to get there. I do it because my friend bartends there, and he really likes the stuff that I play. So
yeah, how's the reception? Is it like confusion, or you got a few people that are like, "Oh, that's cool"?
But yeah, I think when I initially start, people are like baffled, or they'll see me bring my equipment in, a bunch of records, and they'll want to know what I'm going to play, and I never know how to explain it to them.
Yeah.
I remember I did play like the Bitter Beer Funeral Band, that ECM record, and one guy told me that sounds like Chuck Mangione.
Shit.
Which is,
oh fuck.
So yeah, like that's the sort of shit you're dealing with. But like as the night progresses, and I do get a lot of people that are coming up to me like asking, they want to like take pictures of the album covers or want to know what I'm playing. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
really, initially when I started out, you got to really feel the crowd, see where to start.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
But yeah, it's definitely not like a venue for like the type of stuff I want to play. So there's always that risk.
Yeah, I mean that's why I started playing music here, because I figured at least there'd be a few people that'd be interested, and if it bombs or whatever, you can just take it down or whatever.
Yeah, no. Well, it's cool. Like when we all got together last week, and what I liked was like everyone is exactly as they appear on the videos.
Well, that's it. I guess that's good that you feel that way, because I feel like I come across different. That I'm like I feel like I'm putting on some kind of presentation or something.
Huh.
As where I see like a guy like Sherv.
Yeah.
If you watch his videos, like he's like, it's like there's no camera. Like he's just, you're in his living room.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have that talent at all, but yeah, I know what you mean as far as like just general like.
Well, I don't think like you can tell no one's got like a persona. That
yeah. Well, yeah, right.
That I think it's very genuine, and authentic, which was good. And I didn't expect anything else, to be honest. Having chatted with you and Dom and for maybe a while now, or however long it's been.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, and that was the other cool thing for sure. Like actually listening. It's something that I've done very, very, very rarely, is listening to music that I want to listen to with other people.
Yeah.
And I know hopefully Fred joins us here, but I know his group, they used to do that. There he is.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm getting used to this, Fred.
But yeah, just talking about one of the best things about this weekend in New York was listening to music with people in the room, all of them like-minded and paying attention and commenting on it. Because yeah, for me it's a very solitary thing, right, to listen to my music. Even yeah, I mean most of the music, yeah, I mean my family's at a point now where they don't want any part of it, so which is fine, but that was really cool to be able to listen to music with people, which I've done a couple of times with Sherv here, who lives about an hour from me, and that's been really, really awesome as well. So
yeah, that was definitely one of the highlights. I mean, I know what you mean. I have like a friend that will be receptive to music, but ultimately they don't give it playing, and certainly no one in its household does. So yeah, to be together, and we all have almost similar interests, or we want to hear what someone else chose or picked out or bought. I mean, that is an experience that is so rare. To do it in the same space. I mean, obviously we have these streams and whatnot, but yeah, luckily Dom brought that turntable.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I just hello. Anyway, I just nice to. I've been watching Alex for years and years. Nice to actually talk to you personally for once. Good.
Absolutely.
And it's nice to meet you both. Anyway,
You as
but
well.
I was going to say, in my experience of VC, quote unquote, the best thing about this universe that we're in is when you get to meet other people like in the flesh. I've met, I don't know, at least 10 people that I watch or who were watching me in fact, and some of them have become my friends. Like and I think, when you think about, it's just a bizarre thing. It's social media kind of bubble, and then because you see people more or less in a realistic context, because you can't really fake it too long. I'm who I am on camera. I'm not really playing a sort of a role or whatever. But
Right.
I feel that when you meet people, I've met tons of folks, and I actually talk to a lot of people on WhatsApp every day, like more than the people that I actually know in my real life, which is really weird. But
Yeah.
just,
Yeah. We have a an Instagram chat going with Chris Cole, Brandon here, Dom, and
yeah.
Dave over at the VC ambassador. And yeah, we it ebbs and flows, but I mean for the most part, we talk every week, and so it's a nice thing.
Yeah, I talk to Chris almost every day too, but on WhatsApp. Like
Okay.
it's not a group; it's just one to one. He just posts records on my He just goes, "Oh, this is what I'm playing," and like
Yep.
I've known Chris for a long, long time. I mean, I've been doing VC for 12 years maybe now. Like it's crazy to think, um, but it's kind of something that I've done on and off. And there's periods where you think, "Oh, I really want to engage with this," and other periods not so much. But at the moment, I'm I'm happy to engage, and it's the very first time I got a live stream. So I've never done this sort of thing before. It's really
Yeah. You've had your own streams, but yeah, you really never had any guests, right? So
no, because that's right. But it's cool. It's really nice. But it's
Me
it's
neither.
4 o'clock in the afternoon here. It's not it's not like midnight or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, this was all spontaneous for me tonight, at least. I'd planned on doing a video just talking about records that were found at the fair last week. But, I came home like, we'll see who's around. I'm glad you guys are here and up around to join.
I'll probably make some videos too. I'm thinking about maybe splitting up the finds into different categories and maybe talking about it that way. And it's going to take a long time to digest all this, but just a lot of riches here to explore for a while. So.
Oh, definitely. And I think I had commented in our Instagram chat, Alex, that I thought that my record line would die down for a bit, but I ended up buying like records in the last 2 days. So,
do you know this cello player, Fred Joel Land?
No, no, but it looks awfully interesting because it's double bass. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
double, yeah.
double bass.
Yeah, double bass. Because I love both of those instruments, cello and double bass. I'm a fan. So, but I don't know. I don't know this record. No, I can't say I do. But
yeah, she's on a few things. She's on a couple of FMP dates, which I haven't listened to. Obviously, those are probably a little more free. But yeah, I was listening to a side of this today, and I mean it's gorgeous, just beautiful.
Yeah, that's it. It would be. I mean, like, is it solo double bass or is it?
Yeah, it's solo, and then at least on the side that I heard, I didn't hear voice, but it says double bass and voice. Maybe on side 2, she's doing some vocalization. So, but yeah, there's a U.S. pressing. This is actually the first thing that I saw at the fair that I knew the artist, and obviously the cover was great. And
yeah, that's that.
And I kind of hesitated because he had $50 on it, and I said, how about like 35 or 40 or something? And he, it was like the first 10 minutes of the show. He's like, no, 50. And yeah, I came back within like an hour. I'm like, I gotta grab that. But yeah, there's a U.S. pressing. There's a French pressing as well. So if you get in Paris, snatch it up.
What's the name again? What's the
Joël Leandre? It's a contrabassiste.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think the
double
French,
bass. Literally, it's called double bass player.
yeah,
The,
the French pressing, I think, has like
Mm.
the word taxi something
Mm.
on the cover.
She's like a female Henri Texier, you know, it's sort of like
Yeah.
sings and plays the. There's this the Abdul Wadud record that's been reissued recently. You know the
Hmm.
I'd really love a copy, but here it's not impossible. So when I go to France, and I'm in France and Portugal and Germany in January, I'll probably try and find it. See if I can find a copy.
Yeah,
That's
it's a U.S. I think it's
yeah,
an
yeah,
Ohio.
that's
Yeah,
a fucking cool record.
it's an
Yeah,
Ohio-based.
yeah,
I don't know if they have a shop, but yeah, it's the reissue label, and
yeah.
they're doing really really good stuff. And obviously, he's from Cleveland, I think, Abdul. So they're doing
Yeah.
some local stuff, and then they did the Black Unity Trio reissue that I got. That one's really good too, from a couple years ago.
I've got that reissue too. The Black Unity. That's cool. That's cool.
That's fire. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some records here too. So you know, I may as well like, here's what have I got here?
It's all good.
Um,
Nobody's watching.
yeah, why not? You know, why the hell?
It's too late here. Oh,
Are you
freeze
free?
up.
Uh-oh.
Nope. It's building up the suspense.
I don't. We'll see if he comes back on or.
But yeah, I listened to a little bit of that. Oh, I listened to this one a couple nights ago.
Oh, nice. That sounds good. Well, you already knew it, right? I've listened to that.
I knew it a little bit, and then I kind of like sampled it again. You know, when I saw Jamie's video a few months back. And it stuck in my head. He had talked about it like like a Coltrane, like a Ascension, like big band setup. But yeah, it's really good. Yeah, because it's got a lot more like percussion and rhythm. It's got a lot more not structure in a way, but yeah, I guess more just percussive, and it kind of builds more in a way than Ascension is kind of just like a full on assault.
Yeah.
The whole thing is, from what I recall, I haven't listened to it in a bit, but
Where did you find that copy? What seller?
I can't remember the name, but yeah, it was that one. I have to get a map. I don't know if maybe somebody like hold on to a copy of the map, because I do want to kind of look at it again, and it's online too. But
I think I have mine somewhere. But I know what you mean. I don't remember much of the buyers or sellers.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was the thing. The distinguishable thing was that most of his bins were just unsleeved records.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
And then you have like a smaller box of like sleeved, like heavy hitter stuff.
Yeah. So I think once I had gone through some of the unsleeved stuff, I sort of gave up, thinking that either the condition's not going to be great or I'm not going to find anything that I want. But
yeah, I mean, at least on that first day, there was a lot of pretty decent stuff there. So, in fact, I know I left a couple things that kind of wanted, but
definitely. So I did end up playing this finally, and it's clean as can be, which is great for this type of music.
Yeah. I'll have to. Yeah, from what I recall, like mine is a little bit noisy at times, which it's not ideal, but
So, yeah, very pleased with that.
Was that from the French seller? Or?
No, this was I don't. It's like one of the sellers that I can't remember. It was before I even got to the French seller.
Is Fred? Is he still around? Or he said he dropped.
Yeah, if you want to try to get back on, Fred. I don't know what happened. Internet.
What else? I played a little bit of the Raymond Bonini.
Oh yeah,
this one.
How was it?
Pretty cool. Yeah, it's yeah, just like solo guitar. Yeah, a good one. Another good one for like your ambient guitar type thing. Although, yeah, not like as like ambient-y as some of the other stuff, but yeah, somewhere in between. I mean, kind of like not as free as like a Derek Bailey, but certainly in that vein somewhere.
Yeah. There's the one by him has a red cover. It might be on. Might even be. Yeah, I'm gonna post it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it got lost on my feed too.
All right, there it is. So that John Gibson Visitations, right?
Oh man, I love that one.
That so the vinyl, I don't even know if I looked at it when I bought it. It kind of looked sort of beat up, but luckily it sounds great. And that album sounds so much better with vinyl than it did streaming.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I streamed that I don't know, a couple of years back or something, and yeah, I mean it sounds like some kind of alien like.
Hello again.
There you go.
There we go.
It just completely dropped out. Sorry, it's a shame. It was a good conversation.
I know you're about to show a record.
I'm about to show some records.
Oh no, I just thought, I just contribute with a lot of nothing. I've been playing a lot of ambient music recently and that sort of thing. Here's some just some stuff that from here, for example. This is a lovely record that that you two would actually dig. The artist is called Santilli. If you can see it. Yeah, and the record's called Motion, and it's an ambient record recorded by this guy in Sydney. It's a Sydney solo artist, and it's very kind of like Fourth World, John Hassel-esque.
Always
a record. It's just very limited press from last year. Oh, you can see that. And he plays 12-string guitar, classical guitar, bass, piano, congas, kalimba, berimbau, flutes, shakers, cymbals, everything. So it's just a record that you both would probably dig. Like it's kind of your kind of wheelhouse. I'm not going to show you a Madonna record. I promise you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm at a point. I mean, if I see kalimba, beer, finger piano, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna at least strongly consider a purchase there.
Yeah, we have one at home, and we have it's like right in our coffee table, so I see it often, and it's just so appealing just to take out and play around with it.
Yeah, I have some like not really in very good working condition ones hanging back here. But yeah, I need to find one that actually works because those are obviously more for decoration.
And whilst I'm here, on the same label, Australian label, Mad Habitat, same label again.
Mad Habitat.
Yeah, Mad Habitat. That's what they're called. This is an artist called Possum. There you go. And the album's called With the Bird. Again, one from this last year with but this one is more like it's more like a Colin Stetson album. Like there's a bit of sax and a bit of it's also an ambient record, but it's more textural. There's the first couple of tracks really reminded me of Colin Stetson, the
Baritone.
warfare, history.
Yeah, History of Warfare Volume 2 or something.
That's right. That's what I heard. Yeah, there's a small shop which is in town here in Melbourne, and they just do ambient records. They're just very, very small, and every one of their records is small run ambient. And so I just go there sometimes, and I just randomly pick things. I just go, oh, that looks cool. And the guy behind the counter he's a bit of a character, and he goes, oh, you love this, and so they've got a turntable, and these are the last couple I picked probably 3 weeks ago or whatever, and I've really been, and I think you're the proper audience for this. You too. you are definitely the proper audience. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. Yeah, definitely and those are labels that are just not going to get the even the publicity on a site like Soundome or Boomcat. They might just be too small or too regional to even get there.
Exactly. But I like to champion the local music. I mean, I've always been that way anyway. I love the idea that there's a scene here. I mean, although these records these guys are from Sydney, they're not from Melbourne, but I just still love picking up records from here because I think it makes it special, the collecting aspect of it. I think this regional kind of thing is to me is interesting anyway. That's
And you get to see these artists probably play out locally.
Yeah, well, yeah, when I can, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm going to see Scientist tonight, as I said, in at the Corner Hotel in Melbourne, which should be good. I don't know what to expect, but he's got a band of local jazz and electronic musicians that are playing with him. So I'll get to see them too, which is cool.
That's awesome. Cool. That's tonight, right?
Yeah, it's tonight. Yeah. I don't know, in a couple of hours or something. Yeah, I mean, what time is it now?
For me, it's like 20 to 2 a.m. So 1:40 in the morning.
You're a braver man than I am. Last night is funny because we obviously I didn't go to bed at the same sort of time, but we were woken up by yet another earthquake. We've had a few little. We had a magnitude 5 earthquake last night, and it sort of rattled the house a little bit. It's a bit unnerving. You just go. You live in California, Alex, so you must be used to that sort of.
Well, yeah, and I was, I'm from Mexico City originally, and I was 6 years old, 1985, 8.0 in Mexico City. So
oh yeah,
that was a wild.
What about your records, Fred? They weren't like close to sliding off the shelves, were they?
No. Well, no, no. I mean, they the thing with records is that they weigh a lot and they're very sort of, be hard pressed to move that. I mean, it's like there's a lot of weight there, but no, it's kind of unnerving. It's like the 5th or 6th time that in a very short space of time that we've had those, and it's kind of like, oh, everything's shaking, just rattling, But yeah, it's nothing compared to what you've got over there, I guess. Yeah, show us more records. What's it? Oh yeah. I'm just playing this recently. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah,
this one too.
Yeah, top stuff. Yeah.
So these I got from David Belson a few years ago.
Yeah,
I think maybe around the time he was opening a shop or something, and I think he was, letting go of some things and, cut me a great deal on those. Because those are hard to find now.
I went to see. Do you remember? Do you remember Campo? Anthony Campo? Do you know where he is?
Yeah, well, I see every day he's like selling off his collection
Yeah.
every day. So.
So I'm. He's a good friend of mine. Obviously, he doesn't. He lives. Well, he lives on the other side of town here, so I mean, I don't see him very often because he's got twins and everything, and he's really busy. But he's got a band, which they do a sort of a modern take on post rock. It's kind of like very driving, kind of heavy.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's unfortunate again. The risks you take, I guess.
Hey, it's other side of the world, so
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Well, he's in the afternoon. He's about to go see, a scientist in 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gotta be up to an age.
Yeah. You don't buy 7 inches, do you, Alex?
I do a small handful. I mean, actually, I should have a good one. What do you got there?
This is Andrew Lyle's box set. Do you know Andrew Lyle's? Yeah. First aid box set. This is pretty good. A lot of like acoustic guitar on this. I mean,
what year is it from?
I'm trying to think of it was within the last 10 years, I want to say. Okay. Maybe 2017, but they have these cool little sleeves inside. Like a lot of times, like the ephemera is just really cool. I mean, it's pretty unnecessary, but the music, the music's good. Obviously, Stunty is a big proponent of him, especially having worked with Nurse with Wound or being a part of the current incarnation of
right
Nurse with Wound.
Yeah, well, yeah. Speaking of Stunty, that was the 7 I was going to show, was because I think that's his.
Oh, yeah, I recognize that. What is that?
So this is like one of the few 7s on FMP.
Oh, okay. He's back.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why. Yeah. It's. I'll be back.
But yeah, it's Brutsman and Bennick and Van Hove.
Oh yeah, the big shots.
But also some, there's like some like children in the mix here. It's gives it a really cool.
I think there's a Van Hove on FMP. I think he does Church. It's one that I really want. I've listened to it before. Sounds really good. And he did. I think he did an album with Wolfgang Dahlner. It has I can't remember the title. I think some Indian guy. Is like a tribute to this Indian guy. Do you guys
on FMP
know what I'm talking about? I think
is that the Jazz Meets India record?
No. There's like a picture of this Indian guy. Tanglador, maybe might be the name of the album. I can probably look it up at some point.
Yeah,
but I think it's Van Hove and yeah, right.
That I was just in the process of saying before the internet just completely dropped. I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, I live in the suburbs of Melbourne, and we live in a kind of a hole here. I think the internet just comes and goes when it wants to. But I saw Campo play with his band, and I bought some records off him because he's selling all of his records. And because I thought, well, since I'm seeing him, I'll just give him some money. And so, for example, I grabbed this off him, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
Susan Sciani, and I haven't listened. I must say I haven't listened to it yet because my cartridge is dead. And I've got this moving coil cartridge, which is fairly expensive, and it needs to come off, and I'm getting a new one, so it's it's never going to be like when you want that kind of sound, it's going to cost you. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a very cool record. Yeah.
Nice.
I bought a few. I'll show you a few, but we can take in turns. I mean, you can show me more records.
Well, I was just going to say I have most of that series on Freakways. I would say the majority are worth exploring, and a lot of them are very cheap. But yeah, it's always like an older artist paired with a new artist, and then seeing what they do together. And there's some really good ones in there.
I bought whilst you're here. I bought a couple of his early Bitchenbachers. So I've not listened to them yet. I can't. I never do this on my channel. Show records that I've never played, but I'm not on my channel here. I'm just
no watching right
now. I've listened to them online, okay, but I like the sound. So he was selling them, and I thought, oh fuck it. I mean, like they're nice, even original. And I bought this one too here, which I'm really stoked about because this one's got more drone and Hindustani kind of sound.
I don't know that actually.
It's a what year is this from?
That Drag as well, or
what?
That Drag City, or
yeah, Drag City, yeah.
Sure. I've never seen that one. I thought, is that an EP or a full?
No, it's a double LP actually.
Oh,
yeah, it's a double LP, and it's hang on. Yeah, it's Drag City 2014. Good. It is. It's got 4 sides. It's definitely an LP,
awesome.
and it's got a more Indian sounding flavor, like a very sort of like droney Indian type. And as with Campo, everything is immaculate. It's just like I know the guy. He loves his record. He loved his record, so that's what I just buy with confidence. Like.
So is he selling everything, or is he?
No, he's not selling everything. He's going to keep probably he said to me about 500 records, and then he's going to probably And I also bought from him this, which I've never had in my collection, Photo Music, Christian Boulez, it's like a gong record, more or less, like gong, Steve Village. That's kind of a cosmic kind of French.
It's a Chris Cole record, is what it is.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a Chris Cole type of record.
Yeah, it's a Chris Cole type of record. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. It is, but it's a nice. I like these. I was just making a video about ambient guitar, which Lyndon was referring to, and I could have included this, but I didn't have it at the time. And it's kind of that sound, that Manu Goching sound, that kind of like Ashra. Anyway, digressing. I'm just talking, but show some records, people. Otherwise, I'll continue.
Alex, you guys. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 2 hours. You guys. I mean, I have this. Fred, you know this one?
Oh yeah, I've got it over there. Yeah. It's have you got one with the pasted on cover, or is it?
No, this is I think the reissue. I don't know if it's the same label.
Yeah. I've got the same one. Yeah, I mean it's from the same year pretty much, but there's one with a pasted on cover. They've reissued one, which should be really interesting if you like this. Give me a second, I'll grab it there. Now, This is for you, Brent. Oh well, I think you'd like this. So this has just been reissued 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Oh wow.
This came out in 1978 or something. 78. That's right. Originally, they only made 300 of them, and it's kind of like a kangaroo, but more psychedelic. I was talking about Ashra.
Yeah.
Ashra. It's kind of like kangaroo and Ashra kind of in a package. They've reproduced everything like down to a T. Like this is the.
That's awesome.
It's all hand collaged, to start with, but gives you a bit of a. So that's been reissued. It'll probably come up in the US at one point, from Dusty Groove or wherever.
What are they called? Dance of the Spheres? Is that what?
It's called Dance of the Spheres. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Very, very like it's in that same wheelhouse as Kangaroo. I mean, not the same music, obviously, but really sort of a close kind of relative. And I didn't know anything about this record, to be honest with you, even though I live in Australia and everything. But I only discovered it when it got reissued, like when I saw it on the wall. Kind of. But yeah, just thought I'd just share that one. Yeah.
Very
And
cool. Does it have vocals too, or?
no, it's an instrumental record. Yeah. Yeah. I was playing this recently too, which is really cool. It's an Italian, again, John Hassel type of record, very much. Frames. You both of you probably dig that.
Oh,
it was. I think it came out in 1990 or thereabouts. About 1990. Originally, this is a repress, but yeah, 90. Oh yeah, 91. Yeah, it says that there. So stupid. 91. There we go. But yeah, it's very much like if you like Gigi Massin, the sort of it's in it's in that same school of it's the Gigi Massin school of.
Actually,
I mean,
How
Good is Wind is such a beautiful record. Oh my god, I just love Wind. It's so. Anyway, I'm taking over as usual. You can't put me on the live stream. I talk too much.
No, you have the energy. That's what we need right now.
Oh yeah, well there you go. Yeah.
So a really cool one I found at the fair that. Okay, do you have this one?
Yeah, it's Brazilian record. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was aware of this one, and I couldn't remember why I was interested in necessarily because she's got a lot of records, and I think some are a little bit more on the just regular MPB flavor. But then I saw this in the back, so Wakti, and so that I don't know if you guys know that band. That's a group that Chris Cole had turned me on to a few years back, and it's all that's what they look like. So it's basically percussion and like homemade, wind instruments and stringed instruments.
Yeah,
they look like CBC pipes, right?
It's a Chris Cole record. That's for sure.
And so I've gotten like all of them over time, and they're all fantastic. And they're the backing band, for Marie on that one. And those tracks are my favorite for sure. This is a compilation. This is not expensive at all. Great cover too.
Yeah, never ever seen them. I mean, really, they're fascinating. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. I mean, what you can find over there is like you have so much more access to stuff that I get Australian records, but that's just about it. I mean, you don't get a kind of access. It's amazing.
Well, I know. I think Brandon is with me too. I mean, we buy and obviously Chris Cole, right? I mean, he sends us stuff on eBay.
He does it to me too. Yeah,
all the time. Just because at some point I think are what we're looking for is kind of very specific. And
Yeah.
you go to your regular shop, and we went to a bunch of the shops in New York. I mean, Brandon, I think you barely bought anything, right?
Crisco.
Yeah.
Well, he sends me. That's why I posted for him. But like records.
Yep.
He probably does exactly the same to you people.
Yeah.
I grabbed this last week. It's one of the latest international anthem. The label. But it's an ambient record. It's very cool. As always, with the very interesting hype sticker, which is pretty much meaningless. Fragments of feeling, improvisation, and experience collected in eternally sunny Icelandic daydream. I mean, what the fuck, man? I mean, the people write these, like, I don't know.
I think at this point by now, I think they're self-aware that it's like a parody of a hype sticker. I mean, it's got to be, right?
I don't even know if I read them, but I do tend to keep them on. I don't know why. I know, Alex, you hate shrink, but I'm all right with it for the most part.
Shrink. Yeah. I take the shrink off everything myself. I don't know, because like you're already putting it in plastic thing anyway. It's already like all my records are in plastic, so I don't know. I take the shrink every time. I just can't, unless there's something really precious on the shrink. Like something really you can't take it off, like a sort of a sticker. That what's is it
this is the vinyl on demand.
American? South American.
This is the only thing that I bought from an actual store in New York City when we were there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I didn't like what I saw, or I was holding out for things at the fair. But even after the fact, I kind of just wasn't seeing things that I wanted. But I did come across this, and I think, Alex, did you buy a couple records from a store? I know Dom got a few.
I got one for Serve, and then I don't think I got anything else. And plus, I at Academy, and I think you went there, right? Fred, you went to Academy when you were in New York.
Yeah, this is from Academy. They didn't have anything else that I really cared for.
I felt. I mean, no disrespect. I mean, at the time I was traveling. I was there only for a week, and it was mostly to see New York rather than spend time in stores. And like it's a different approach. But the stores I went to, none of them just blew me away at all. Like I was in stores. I mean, I went to Good Records, which now has got a different name. I think it's Stranded now, or it's the one that's underneath. That's
yeah.
I think it's Stranded, or maybe one something one person at a time record, something like a name like that. Anyway,
maybe that's the one that we went to. One piece, or what is it?
One of a kind.
One of a kind.
One of a kind, something. Yeah. So I went there and I got some really cool records there, but overall, it wasn't like Academy Records was just meh to me. I mean, it was okay, but it's. I agree. Yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess, well, and to some degree, I've heard similar things before. So maybe my expectations were actually not really that high. But yeah, I would say compared to Chicago and LA, I mean, I think it was definitely lacking. But again, we only went to a very small number of stores, and there's dozens. So
yeah, sure. I think in Brooklyn is probably better for records. I think Human Head and those kinds of stores are probably better, but I didn't have the chance to. I mean, I went to Williamsburg for a day or something, but I didn't know where I was going. I mean, that's, and I wasn't there to dig really. I was there to, my wife, she wanted to go to New York for our wedding anniversary, which was our 15th wedding anniversary. So it was more to do those kinds of things and digging, but I met Mike and Tony there, which was fantastic. I spent a day with I don't know if you know Boston and Reggie and Tony Amuro, it's the fat boy, formerly.
Yeah, never, but yeah.
I still talk to them every day, pretty much. Like we on WhatsApp, it's the same thing. Like it's mind blowing. You meet people like that, and you form a connection, which is cool. Like it's and some of you guys. I mean, I've never really talked to any of you, obviously, because I don't get involved with much of this. Like I do my own thing. I don't partake in live streams, and as I said, it's really the first one that I do. And I'm happy because there's only three of us. There's no one, pretty much no one watching. So it's kind of like we're just having a Zoom session or whatever.
Yeah,
But like some of you guys, I've thought for a while, I'd like to connect with some of you more, like more regularly. Like Dom, for example, who I think I would have quite a lot in common with, I'd imagine, in terms of musical and some others as well, but there's that wing of the VC which is interesting to me. A lot of VC is properly unwatchable for me. Like there's just so many videos that I just can't, they just don't do anything for me, but there's a few people where and YouTube, for example.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's grown a lot, and so obviously, for guys like us, it's going to be a diminishing returns over time. So,
yeah, but you also got to be aware of your audience and of your, like. I mean, when I make a video, I think I'm just talking to a very small slice of the population. I'm not talking to everyone. I can't. It's not, and that's fine. I mean, as long as you're happy with that, you don't have you're not doing this to please. I mean, I'm not there to get subscribers. I don't really give a shit, to be honest, about subscribers. I care about connecting with people and having something, and just like that. That's enough for me.
Same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and like that's why I kept talking to Brandon, and there was no one else. Oh my god, I can't leave this guy alone. Though
I was gonna play the music regardless, no matter how awkward it got for me.
There's some other stuff that I was playing recently. Why not? I went to see this really fucking cool band called Tenga. They're a Japanese Korean husband and wife duo. They're called Tenga. I'll show you the name of the band. I've shown them on my videos, but if you didn't watch, maybe you didn't. That's the name of the band, Tenga. And so they're how could you describe them? They're kind of a Berlin School electronic duo. They're husband and wife, and their kid, who's like 12 years old, plays in the band. So they're in robes. You feel like you're watching the Holy Mountain, but they're Japanese. They've got robes, medallions, and there's a kid in the middle who looks like Monkey, the show Monkey on telly. He looks like this little, and he's a keyboards wizard, and he dances, and you just think, what the fuck am I watching? So I went to see those guys, and they sold their own merch because they had no one to actually, touring Australia by themselves, and spoke hardly any English, which I thought was hilarious. So Tenga, yeah. If you like Berlin School, if you like Klaus Schulze and that kind of sound, but more ambient house in some ways, they're cool stuff.
Nice.
Great. Yeah, you got me. I need to check out a few things thanks to your recommendations.
I'm sure you're both a fan of, or you like Kelly Malone. I don't know that.
Yeah, and actually, that's probably one of my favorites of hers.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot.
Lovely music.
All right, guys, my phone's probably gonna die.
Okay.
Left.
Well, that was really cool to talk to both of you. We should do it again.
Let's do it again at some point.
Yeah, and get some more people on. Okay. Well, cool to talk to you both. And take care. Good night. Sleep well.
Enjoy the show. Bye.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. Cheers.